Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to your love reading today. If you are returning to this channel, then it's really lovely to see you again. And if you're brand new to this channel, then it's a very warm welcome to you. Before we get into it today, I just wanted to show you these guys. So I've just got these today. So they're two little owls that I've got. So we've got reminds me of the yin and the yang. So owls might be one of your spirit animals. They could be an animal that you resonate with. You could also be trying to bring into balance your yin and your yang as well. So these two little guys are pretty special, and they'll be looking over us as we do our reading today. Beautiful. So we'll get straight into it. I'm going to do a energy check with you to start with, just to make sure that this is your reading, just to make sure that you are going to be resonating with what we speak about today. And then we'll use the tarot then to actually really break down your connection and really just get into that and just see what we need to know today. Beautiful. So I always say this in my readings, but please use your discernment. You will know pretty early on if this is going to be your reading or not, if these details are resonating with you. So as like I said, please use your discernment. Try to understand if this is actually your reading, if this is your collective. The other thing as well is your team might be asking you to hang around as well, just as there might be a message in here that you need to hear. So just keep that in mind as well. So, all right, let's get into it today. I hope you're doing really well. Well, we've already got cards. Those cards just flipped over. So we'll see. I'm getting a bit of a breathless feeling as well. So I wonder if something has come across your table, or you're feeling a little bit nervous at the moment about something. So let's have a look. All right. All right, so we'll just get a couple more cards. What is the energy surrounding this beautiful collective today? And one more. Thank you. Very good. All right, so let's see what's around you at the moment. So we've got the healing heart. We've got the chaser. Camera. Clock. Oh, wow, we've got the runner that's come up under the chaser. We've also got mirror as well. All right, so let's just deal with this first card here. So it looks like your ruling energy at the moment is around healing out your shadow at the moment is what I'm thinking. So what's happened is you're in this connection, you identify with the runner and chaser dynamic. So a little bit similar to the reading or the collective that I was reading yesterday. So you definitely are resonating with that kind of dynamic between the two of you. So the chaser and the runner. I would imagine it's actually the chaser I'm feeling, and it's the chaser that I'm talking to today. So if you do identify with the runner and chaser dynamic, chances are you also identify then with a twin flame connection, which is typically what we channel here in these readings. So I think that you are trying to heal this out though. So you were originally in this chaser energy with this person. I think that I'm also getting the feeling there's quite some distance between the two of you. And this person that's on your mind has really caused a lot of pain, I'm feeling. I think that they have been in avoidance with you, or you feel that they've been in avoidance with you for some time. So I think there is actually a bit of distance, whether that's emotional distance or physical distance. I'm getting the feeling that is actually both. And I think it's been a little while since you've seen this person. So I don't think that you've actually physically seen this person in the 3D for some time, which is why you're trying to heal this out. So this is your energy at the moment. Is really you're just trying to heal from that broken heart. Also, this is shadow work as well. So that would mean that you have been on your healing journey, I think, for a little while. And you're just really focusing at the moment on trying to heal out those karmic connections around your shadow. So whether that be addictions, that real codependency, um, attribute as well that you're trying to heal out. So that really brings us then into the chaser, which I think is the energy that you're trying to heal out from. That real codependency, fear of abandonment issues is what you have been dealing with. Oh, I've got an itchy hand. You might just have had an itchy hand just then. But you do feel that you have been chasing this person and that this person has been the runner, so they've been avoiding you, is what I'm getting. However, we've got camera here. So I think that this is you, but I think this is also you're feeling them as well, because we've got mirror here. So I do think that you feel that this person is in your energy. So whether they, sorry, my hand's really itchy. That'll be for a reason. Maybe like a lot of me, maybe we've got a really itchy hand or a rash or something. It's just come out. But I'm thinking that you either know this, you feel that this person is in your energy. So I think that they are, so you can feel them reminiscing. I have a feeling that they might have just come through potentially on social media. So maybe they're looking at your stories. Maybe you've got a sense that they're lurking in the background. Maybe they've just liked something. I also just got a flash of in my mind also about a no number coming through, about a masked number that was coming through on your phone. So maybe you've just got a couple of calls from someone that you think might be this person with their number masked. I just saw that. Don't know why I just saw that, so I'll just say it. But like I said, I think it's been some time since you've heard from this person. I don't think that you are currently in contact. And this is what you're trying to heal out from, is you're trying to heal out from the hurt and the heartache that this person has caused you. I think that that there was the separation between the two of you, I think that it was actually quite difficult. So I feel that there was quite a bit of conflict there when you guys separated. We will break this down to confirm, but I've just got this image of two people arguing actually. So I think that this runner chaser dynamic that you're in, I think that at the end of that, when you guys parted ways, was really quite difficult for you. And I think it really caused a lot of pain, which you're trying to get out of. So potentially you're trying to get back out there. You're trying to get back out there with friends. I don't necessarily know if you're dating, or you might have just gone on a couple of dates. Maybe you just got yourself onto a dating website as well. I don't know if you're really serious about that, but I think you're trying to get back out there, have more fun, conversing more with friends and family, just trying to have a more positive outlook on this connection is what I'm getting. But at the same time, you are reminiscing as well. So I think that you are, you are looking at old photos, looking at old memories of the two of you. But I think that you're both mirroring this. That's why you've got the mirror card that's just come through as well. Yeah, I think that you've got knowledge that this person is stalking you, like I've just said. In the same token, I also think that you are aware. So this person, like I said, I think it was quite a difficult breakup between the two of you. I really have this image of these two people really quite locked in a very heated discussion, which then has put the runner with his running boots on. He's then gone off all the divine masculine. Also, too, I do say this in all of my readings. I will be saying him and her, referring to a masculine, feminine. These are not necessarily a gendered readings, though. So it doesn't really matter which meat vessel you're in. You could be identifying either with the masculine or the feminine. It just depends where you are in your journey, and it depends on which life lessons you need to be learning. So you may either be in a chaser or a runner energy. So you could be an avoidant or a chaser. You could actually resonate with either of those energies. But I do feel that it's the chaser that I'm talking to. So typically that's the divine feminine, normally has the longing veil on, and typically within a divine connection, then you've got the masculine who's typically, not always, but typically it's the masculine that's got the running boots on. So he will be sitting with the avoidant veil on. which is what I think you guys have been doing for some time. I think that this is the dynamic that has come between the two of you for quite a while. I do feel that you're a little bit tired. As I said, I'm just getting a bit of a just like a deep feel, like a I don't know what I'm trying like a sinking feeling almost. I just think you're kind of really over this dynamic, which is why you're trying to heal this out. And then we've got clock here. So this then confirms what we've been talking about. I think that it has been some time between the two of you have spoken. I really don't think that you've actually physically seen this person for a while. But you've been taking time out. So while you've been in separation, you have been doing this healing. So you have been activated to your healing journey, really looking inwards, trying to look at the reasons why you have this codependency, or you did have this codependency on other people. Really, that fear of abandonment. So this will be part of your shadow that you have been carrying around with you since childhood. And this is what this runner will have done, is will have highlighted those issues for you that you need to then be healing out. And it's probably the first time in all of your connections that you've gone on this healing journey. So, like I said, we'll break down this connection a little bit more, but I am looking at this and I do feel that you think that this person is your divine, potentially your twin flame. I might just get a couple of cards, a couple more, just to run this, just to confirm that out for you. How does this person see this connection? It's beautiful. Collective, see this connection. All right, let's see what comes up here. Well, that's interesting. So we get girl with a snake, and then we get axe. So this is when, so coming up under your connection, right? So this is, we'll just deal with this card first. So we've got the axe. So this is very much a healing card as well. So breakup, separation. Well, we understand that you guys are in separation at the moment, which is what I was picking up on. But also you're trying to stop the pattern, right? So you were trying to really axe out those karmic relationships, really axe out that that fear of abandonment, that that you're trying to go through, which is to be commended. This is all to do with that healing heart. But it also confirms that that you guys are in separation here, and that you are trying to stop the pattern. So like I said, I think this runner chaser dynamic has been going on for quite a while between the two of you. Potentially this person pops in and out of your energy, which I feel is probably pretty it's really quite frustrating for you. And we're just seeing here, so we've got silent treatment and abandonment. So definitely just confirming, this breakup and the fact that there has been quite some distance between you. And then we've got girl with the snake as well. So this is an interesting card that will come up with this. So girl with the snake is my fake empath card. So this is all around someone that you thought that you could trust within the relationship. So this is all back around third parties as well. So it's someone that you thought that you could trust, but potentially there's been some sort of a betrayal here as well. So girl with the snake, it could also be someone that could be in your energy that you are aware is like this, which you're going to have to be a little bit, a little bit wary of. I did pull this out for your connection, right? So the connection between you and this person is how you see this person. So quite possibly you do feel very betrayed by this person. You do feel that this person, potentially, pursued you, really brought you in close, really, you really gained your trust with this person. And then they went ahead and then ultimately, through their behavior, ended up really breaking your heart, and then causing this separation, which then, is all around this runner energy that happened. So I've literally just put those cards underneath here. So we've got act, separation. So you're trying to heal yourself out from this separation, really. We're just confirming here exactly what I was just picking up on. We've got this runner, chaser dynamic. It's, there's been some time since the two of you have really locked eyes on each other. But then you've got girl with a snake. So this is someone that you feel or you felt that you could really trust. But then they ended up then really, separating with you and causing you a lot of pain. Also, the other thing as well is that I think you may think that this person is a little bit of a narcissist, and we've got ego as well. So we've got with the runner, very in the masculine was very much in his ego when you were with him. You think that maybe he might have been a little bit narcissistic. I don't want to say he was a narcissist. I don't really like to I think that term is really used a lot these days, but I think you feel that he had narcissistic tendencies. So wasn't looking at you to support you, was really thinking of himself a lot in when you guys were in the connection, and really didn't put you first. I don't think that you felt like a priority when you were in this connection either. However, you are trying to heal this out, is what is trying to happen here. You are trying to create better memories. And really just trying to move onto new cycles as well. I don't think you want to keep repeating the same cycles again. I think you want to come out of this runner chaser energy and then step into something new. That's what I'm getting. All right, so that's for your overall energy, but let's really break this down. All right, I'm just going to ring that out as we just get into, we're going to get the tarot for this. So let's just break down this connection. Let's just see what you're dealing with here, what's been going on in this connection. So just put your energy through these cards. I have to split the deck here, so these are actually beautiful cards. If you can see, I hope you can see those properly there. So just for your overall ruling energy at the moment, so we've got the Strength card and we've also got the Queen of Pentacles. Really beautiful cards, which is why I'm thinking you've been on this healing journey for a little while and you're really focusing on it. So you're really looking inwards, because the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful energy. You may also be, this is really the Earth Queen. She's really, really accomplished. She's very stable. She's been on her pentacle journey and is really, now she's sitting on her throne in all her glory. Really, she's a very stable card. Just in saying that, you may be immediately I was getting Virgo, but I'm thinking you could be an earth sign of some sort, so Taurus, Capricorn. Like I said, I was getting Virgo straight away, but you could also be one of the other earth signs. You could also just be in this energy as well, so that real grounding energy, really focusing on your pentacle path. You could also be quite accomplished in your journey, especially in your pentacle journey as well. So you could be, straight away I was just getting entrepreneur, but you could be really quite financially established as well. And I've got the Strength card here. So this is all around, that inner strength, that journey that you've been on, that real determination that you've been able to find as a result of this connection, which is confirming again that I think that this dynamic, this runner chaser dynamic between you and you're the person on your mind, between your divine, has been a while. I think you guys come and go out of each other's life. And I think it's really frustrating, but through it all, then you are currently standing in your strengths. You've learnt that along your way, this healing journey that you've been on, and you've now really standing in your power and your strengths. And I'm just getting this sense like you are just saying, no more. I don't want to tolerate any more of that runner chaser dynamic. I want something more stable, more Queen of Pentacles energy. All right, so I think it's your overall energy. So let's just shuffle these. Let's get into it. What is happening? All right, well, you kind of can't make this up. So this is your first row that I'm going to deal with. So I will take these as they appear, as they came through. So we had, it was actually this one. So it was the 10 of Cups in reverse. And then we had the Chariot, the 10 of Pentacles in the upright. And then you cannot make this up. We've actually got the Emperor and Empress. So straight away, I'm just going to talk about the Emperor and Empress. There are a few things that are coming through for me on this. Firstly, is that this is very clearly the divine counterparts, right? So we've got the Emperor and the Empress. That could not get any more clear that you both see each other as your divine beings, as your divine connection, which is why I think that for this collective, you've been on this journey for quite a while. And when I was picking up that energy around about you are quite accomplished. Like I think you are quite a fair way along on this journey, and you are really stepping into your Empress glow. I think that you have really really found your inner balance as well. So the balance between, your yin and your yang, your internal masculine and feminine is the other thing I'm getting. So I think you've really found the balance between the two, which is really beautiful. Like these are such magic cards, like to get one after the other. And I think at the moment you're the Empress and you're waiting for your Emperor. Like you are really just thinking to yourself, like I'm on this journey. Like I deserve my Emperor. The Empress is also all around abundance as well. She's also my card of pregnancy. So a couple of you may actually be pregnant. You've just found out that you're pregnant. Maybe there's a pregnancy on the way. You may have also shared a pregnancy with your masculine. It's also a card of, like, so when you're pregnant, it's also the card of anticipation, right? So you're anticipating something. So I think that, like, going back to what I was first saying, is you really want your Emperor to come through. I think you're just thinking to yourself, look, I am in my Empress glow. I am abundant. I'm really fertile. It's a really, and she's also, once again, she's the Earth Queen. It's a very it's Earth energy, the Empress. So like I said, I'm really thinking that you're probably an Earth sign, or the person you're dealing with could also be an Earth sign as well. We've got here too, we've also got the rams, the goats here with the Emperor. So this also could be, you could be dealing with an Aries as well, so Aries energy, or it just could be a fire sign in general that you could be dealing with your Emperor. So we could be dealing here with an Earth fire pairing potentially. But yeah, I think that you were just really waiting for this Emperor to come in. I have a feeling as well, we're just gonna get a second row here. I'm also gonna tap into your divine masculine. I'm just gonna want to see just a little bit more about what's going on in his world. But I think this is how he sees you, the both of you as well. I really do. So really, the fact that these two have come up one after the other is really magic. If we go back here though, so we're just dealing with this. So we've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So there's just a lot of frustration here. So really the 10 of Cups is your emotional fulfillment. I think for a long time, this person has not been your emotional fulfillment, which is what I'm thinking, is that this runner-chaser dynamic has been between the two of you, who's been going on for quite a while. I think that this person will actually pop up from time to time. But I think it's a very dry communication. It's just like a hey, or how you're going. It's just something that really is not providing you with, with the stability that you're looking for. Really, I think you think he's quite immature as well. But yeah, but the ten of cups in the reverse is really around emotional blockers, really big emotional blockers. Which is why I'm thinking you might actually think this person's quite immature in the way that he's been dealing with you, which is what I mean. And if you're in your Empress glow, and if you're learning, or if you've learned to balance your yin and your yang, then you don't want someone who's in this 10 of cups in the reverse energy. You want your Emperor. Which then leads us to the Chariot, also in reverse. So once again, a lot of blockers here. So the Chariot is all around consistent effort, moving forward. This is the energy that you're hoping that your masculine comes into you, right? Like it's a real charging energy. It's, he knows exactly what he wants. He's coming through. But this has really been a blocker for you. He just has not been in that energy at all up to date, which is why this whole runner chaser dynamic is just not fulfilling you anymore. And you are really trying to move on to better things, really trying to heal out that heart. But you still see this person, you still want this person to be your 10 of Pentacles. I'm getting a couple of things for that. Like I said, I think that you have been on this journey for a while, and you have really come into your pentacle path, or you've discovered what your pentacle path is, which is the 10 of Pentacles. I also see these two little dogs here as well. So dogs might be quite important to you, or you might have shared a dog as well. I'm just seeing that. They're two little hounds here, two little white hounds, so maybe white dogs. That could also be something significant. I'm also seeing a child here again. So for some of you, I do think that there was a pregnancy here, or you've shared a child, maybe a stepchild as well. Maybe that's something I just heard. So a stepchild, but you do see this person as your 10 of Pentacles. You wanting them to be 10 of Pentacles. You're wanting to come out of this, out of this 10 of Cups in reverse energy, and this, this blocked Chariot energy, and step into your 10 of Pentacles here. Like I said, I think there's also been some financial abundance that's come across your path as well. I think that you are also in your 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, I think that I'm really getting this entrepreneur energy. Either that, or you are also in a senior managerial position of some sort. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling as well. All right, so let's just get a couple more cards here just to confirm this. Just as to what's going on. And then after we've got this, I'm going to then break this down into the masculine, because I want to see what's going on over there in the masculine. All right, so straight away we've got a world, which is what I was talking about. Hopefully you can see these cards here. I'm just going to move these up a little bit. See them? A little owl. I might just have to move him across. Just move these up. Yep, so as I said, hopefully you can see those. So we've got the world straight away. It's come up under that 10 of Cups in reverse, which is all about new cycles. That whole runner energy, exactly what we were just saying. So you want to come out of this 10 of Cups. You want to start a new cycle. You want new energy with this person. You really want to close out these old cycles with this person. I also get the feeling that this person does as well. Well, that's very interesting. So we've got the Devil that's come up under the Chariot. Wow, these cards are actually quite magic. Oh, I'll take these two as well. One and then two. All right. So like I was just saying, so we've got the World card, and then we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So you are really trying to close out this old cycle, this old energy with this person. You're really trying to heal that heart. You're really wanting to move on to far bigger and better things is what I'm hearing. We've got this Chariot, so this blocker right, between you guys is this Chariot in reverse, and then we've got the Devil. Or I might just have to be a little bit careful with that card, to be honest. I'm just going to do that. So what you're thinking, or what you know of, is that the Devil has been the blocker here. That's what has caused this Chariot in reverse energy, which has been preventing this masculine from coming through, that real consistent effort. This is all around his shadow, right? So the masculine shadow. This is all around addictions, around, a fear of intimacy, around all of those shadows, you know, all of those problems that he's been avoiding to deal with since, that have happened since childhood, and he's gotten into his adult life. And so he will have just been avoiding. He does not want to be dealing with these issues. And this is what has led to this Chariot in reverse. It stopped him from coming through to you and then providing you that that stability that you're after. Also, as well, obsessions. He could have been also this masculine. I keep saying he, but really, it's the masculine could be, quite a jealous person as well. I'm getting that feeling like he potentially didn't want you to be going out or associating with other people as well. It's real devil energy. It's real wounded masculine energy. That real jealousy, obsessive behavior, real obsessions as well. So I'm just getting that. The other thing that this card also represents, and this is a bit of a side note, is also around that real intimate connection between the two of you. I think that there really was a lot of, I'm going to say it because I'm hearing it, but I think there was a lot of fireworks between the two of you when it comes to that intimate connection. Which is very typical of a twin flame journey, let's be honest. That person will feel like a puzzle piece to you. Your bodies really do fit together like puzzle pieces. And it will be unlike anything else you've ever experienced, which is also what I'm getting here. So I think that there was a lot of chemistry between the two of you, which is to be expected. That's exactly what happens with twin flames. We've then got the 10 of Pentacles in the upright, which is what we're talking. I think that you're really, which is what I said, was I think that you've stepped into a lot of balance and a lot of, real abundance in your life. And this is exactly confirmed here. So Temperance. So Temperance is a balance card. You've learning, that is the balance between the yin and the yang. Really internal balance. It's also the card of protection. So this is Archangel Michael as well, really just looking after you. You might really resonate with Archangel Michael. He could be one of your angels that you feel quite close to you, is what I'm hearing. But it is all around balance really is what I feel in your life. I just think that you really are standing in your 10 of Pentacles energy, and also with the Strength card as well, which is why I think that you really are quite far along in this journey, and that you are really only going to be accepting an Emperor to come through to you. You are not going to be accepting anything less than an Emperor. And once again, this is all about balance. You've got 3 cards here all around balance, around your internal yin and yang. Well, 4 cards really about internal yin and yang. I'm just being drawn straight here to the Empress with conflict. I don't think that there is currently conflict at the moment, but I think that there was a lot of, so this is 5 of Swords, which is all about mind conflict and potentially conflict with your other person as well. But I think that this is what, you've stepped out of. This is old energy. You've really stepped into your Empress glow. A lot of that internal conflicts that you were suffering, I think, you've let that go. I think you've really healed that out, and now you're in this abundance energy. It's just a really abundant energy with these cards, real balanced energy, really abundant. And yeah, like I keep saying, to not trying to repeat myself, but you're really just waiting for your Emperor to come through, which is what we've got, the 7 of of Pentacles here, which is all around sowing seeds, you know, and then you're wanting to then, you know, step into your 8, 9 of Pentacles, you know. But 7 is all about laying down the foundation and then waiting for those manifestations to come in. So laying down foundations. Interesting, that would then come up with the Emperor. So I think that you are hoping that your Emperor, your divine masculine, is also laying down the foundations. You're really hoping that he is on his healing journey and that he is really stepping into his Emperor energy, is what you're hoping through this 7 of Pentacles energy. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting. But just overall, I'm just getting this real sense of abundance, of balance, and that, you know, that you're really wanting to step into these new cycles, especially with this Emperor, which I just don't think that was there. I keep getting drawn back to this Devil card. So with the Devil, like I said, I think there were a lot of addictions in your relationship. I think that I'm getting substance addictions. That's really what I'm getting. Also, potentially gambling as well. So I think that there was a lot of addiction between the two of you. I think that this was something that you probably fought over, caused a lot of conflict within your relationship, and really caused this Chariot in reverse energy. Yeah, okay. Very good. So what I want to do now is I really just want to break down that masculine. I want to have a bit of a sticky beak. I want to see what's happening over in your masculine as well, because you're, as I said, in a very balanced energy. So I just want to see what's happening with your masculine. Also, that should be really commended as well. It's not easy, this journey. The twin flame journey, the healing journey is not easy, and it takes a long time. It's not a quick journey, but it's also very, very special, which also means that if you are this far along, I would think that you are very much into your mission work as well. I think that if you are this far along, then you're really into your mission, which means that you yourself are going to be a healer of some sort. So whether that be through Reiki, or it's going to be a reader, you're a reader of some sort. You might be a scryer, a spiritual counselor, some sort of a healer, is what I'm getting. Which is what, you know, the whole point of the twin flame journey is. You know, you step into your divine energy. You know, when you get to, you know, when you progress further along in the journey, you really step into your divine feminine. I feel like I'm talking to the feminines here. So really you step into your divine feminine glow. There's a real glow about you. And then, you know, you then step into your mission work, you know, which is the point, you know, why we're all here, is for the mission work. Is how we're going to give back to everybody else, which is the calling of the twin flame journey. If you're not, I would also say too, if you're not on the twin flame journey, then this is all going to sound probably a little bit, you know, completely delulu to you. So if you don't identify with the twin flame or with a divine connection, this is probably not your reading. Although that, you know, there could be something here that you need to listen to too. So obviously more than welcome, you know, to listen. But it might sound a little bit crazy if you're not on the actual journey. All right. I just want to see what's happening in the masculine. I just want to break this down. What is happening in the masculine's world? Bring that out again. What's happening in this masculine's world? Oh, I've already got a card that's popping out. Get a couple more. That's just dropped on the floor. Being very particular as to what's happening with this masculine. Right, there's actually a few there. Okay, that's actually quite a few. I think that's enough. So let's get an overall feeling. All right, what was this that came out to start with? All right, that was actually the axe. So we've got breakup, separation, stop the pattern. That came out with you too. So you guys are mirroring each other, which is to be expected. And then we've got the golden mirror. We've got coffee cup. Kisses. I have a feeling this masculine might be wanting to reach out to you. We've then got healthy choices. Oh, these are actually really nice cards. It can be a little bit tough on the masculines, but this is these are actually really nice cards. Okay, so you said that you had intuition, or you know that this person has been come through, liked a story, that they're in your energy. There we go. So sunglasses. So they are looking, they are stalking. They are very much in your energy at the moment. Like I said, you would either have intuition about this, or you know that this has happened. But you don't want to be repeating those same cycles over again, because I think this person has come and gone several times. But they're lurking. They definitely are there. If you're also a reader and you're online, you've probably got some sense that they're watching you as well, and they're learning from you, I would think. Which is, then we've got, these healthier choices. So we've got acts, breakup, separation, just confirming then that you guys are in separation. So he's thinking about this a lot. But he's also wanting to get rid of those karmics, to step into those new cycles as well. He's also wanting to do this. So we've got stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Yes, you guys are in separation, but I think that he's also been using this time to heal, which is backed up here and confirmed with these healthy choices. I don't know if you could just hear that, but that was a cockatoo. There we go. I don't know if you could just hear that again. That's a cockatoo in the background. I think that's confirmation as well. So he's also trying to make healthier choices. He's also trying to make, he's wanting to, also that world card. He's wanting to turn that karmic wheel. He's also could be focusing on. I'm just getting the sense, like, self love, self care. So maybe you've got. An idea of this. Maybe you've heard this, that he's also, maybe he's just started going to the gym again. Maybe he, really started to eat well again. Maybe you can really see, maybe you've seen something, you've heard something, that he is just making he's just looking after himself a lot more than what he was when in the past. Golden mirror. So the mirror then came up for you, and it's also come up for him as well. So you guys are reflecting each other. So even though you can't see each other, you are ultimately doing exactly the same thing, but in separation. So you are really examining your shadows. You are wanting to heal things out. So it says self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship. I think that this, for both of you, is something that you both saw this relationship in the past, and this is something you're trying to axe out. You are trying to make healthier choices, step into a better energy. We've also got coffee cup here as well. So I'm thinking that this person is really wanting to reach out to you. Look, he's trying to actually do this. We've got meeting, conversation, savoring a moment. He might have even sent you a message, but I get the feeling like maybe something hasn't come across your table yet. But I think you're feeling it. I think you're feeling anxiety because you can feel this coming. I think that you know that he's going to ultimately reach out to you, and he probably will be wanting a coffee date of some sort, is what you're thinking. And so we've got kisses here. So we've got unconditional love, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. This so kisses, and they're looking towards the coffee cup. Yeah, so I definitely think that he wants to reach out to you. But it looks like he's been really healing. He's really on this journey as well. I truly do feel that. And then we've got receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on. Yeah, so he's on that boat. It's a real Six of Swords energy, really, moving from those really rough seas, a lot of drama, moving on to something more healthy and more stable. He may be in his emperor energy. He really might be willing to offer you something here. I'm going to get the tarot for him actually. I want to tap in a little bit more. I'll get those tarot cards again. But once again, there has been, frustration between the two of you. So lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. There we go. So there's the jealousy card. I was picking up on jealousy before. I think he definitely was quite a jealous person with you. But this is also speaking to his shadow, in this relationship that you guys were in. And I think that he hasn't been feeling enough for you. I think that he, especially if you're online and if he can see, the amazing progress that you've done, and if he's listening to your, potentially listening to your readings, if he's learning from you, he might not feel like he's enough. And this may, but I think this is what he's trying to heal out. So, that really wounded masculine energy, I think he's trying to heal that out, which is, back here is that he's wanting to give you a relationship, receiving what you need. Which is really nice. Like I said, these are really positive cards here. I know that you're feeling quite frustrated at the moment, but these are really positive cards. All right, so let's get the tarot. I want to see. I just want to break this down a little bit more with the tarot. All right, so who is this masculine? What is this masculine going on? What's going on in this masculine? And actions of this masculine. What's happening? All right. Straight away, we've had this card. I'm not going to take it, but straight away, we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So he feels like he's been out in the cold with you. That's the separation that we're talking about. So that was or has been his current energy, right? Is that Five of Pentacles energy? But let's. They're all coming out of me. Okay. All right, so this is your masculine. Take two more, please. Take two more. Oh, wow. You can't make this up, I swear. You cannot make it up. All right. So let's just deal with this couple. That actually came out like this. And then we had this Emperor. And then I'm running out of space here. So I'll talk about this. So we've got, I just want to move this down here. Just consider these all your first row. So this is the ruling energy at the moment, all the first row. These are quite large cards, so I can't fit them all next to each other. But here we've had someone, so this is the Two of Swords. In the upright, this is someone that really is at a crossroads, that doesn't know what they want to do. They can't see the way forward. They're trying to listen to their intuition up there with the moon, but they just can't see it. They can't, they literally cannot see what their next move is, which is that stuck energy that we were talking about. So your the Chariot in reverse, there really has been blockers here. We've now got this in the reverse. So this masculine is thinking that he knows now. He knows what the next steps are, which I think is coming towards you. I think that he knows this now, which I don't know if you want to hear that or not, but I'm getting this sense that he's no longer trying to make that decision anymore. Like there's no conflict in him anymore. He knows the way forward, and that's the way forward's through to you. Which is lovely, really beautiful energy. We've also got the Nine of Cups in reverse, which to me is really positive. So in the upright, we've got the Nine of Cups, which a lot of readers, take that as a love offer coming through to you. But the Knight of Cups is quite an immature, emotionally immature energy to me. So it is this love offer, but it's, it lacks maturity. There's not a lot of thought behind it. It's real charging through, which kind of leads to this dynamic between the two of you, this runner chaser energy. Pops in, he pops out, really You know, he might have an offer in regards to a message, but it's quite emotionally immature. When we take that in the reverse, though, then I think that he feels that he's really, there's a sense of maturity about him now, which I'm quite surprised that this turn this reading is taken, but it's really beautiful energy. I'm getting the feeling like he, you know, he might actually be ready to start showing you that commitment now, that stability that you're after, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Confirmed here then that we've got with the Seven of Pentacles, you also got the Seven of Pentacles. So he has been laying down roots. You know, this might also be not necessarily with the connection with you guys, but also the in his Pentacle path, which I think was probably a point of contention between the two of you as well, as Pentacles, as money. But he's been laying down roots here. He's also, you know, been manifesting things as well, which is really positive. You've both been trying to manifest things in, and really sowing those seeds to see, you know, a positive outcome. We've then got King of Swords. So he could be thinking very logically about this as well, which is not necessarily a bad energy. It can be a little bit detached, if I'm honest, the King of Swords energy, which is why generally the King and Queen of Swords, when I see those two together, that does typically indicate to me like that twin flame pairing, is you've both got two people that are quite emotionally cut off from each other. So the King of Swords, so I think that he, you know, that he has been quite emotionally cut off, but now he's really, you know, trying to stand in his power. He's trying to, you know, really look logically at the situation. You also could be dealing with an air sign as well. So he could be, I'm getting Gemini straight away, but it's definitely that sword energy. It's a very strong, logical mind that he's trying to look at this connection with now, which might give you some comfort if you've found that this person was quite emotionally immature to start with. That could be actually giving you some comfort to know that. And then we've got these two cards. We've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse, which, I mean, the Ace of Cups in the upright is, it's, you know, it is the card of love. It is that love offer that's coming through. In the reverse that it's come through as, and there could, you know, then it does speak to a lack of love, or what he perceives, you know, is a lack of connection between the two of you, which, you know, to be fair, there has been. You know, when I actually put that under the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I get the feeling that he's really wanting to come out of that Knight of Cups energy, and really come through with that love offer, for which there has been blockers. And I think he knows that, but I think he is wanting to come through with that love offer. And then we've got, honestly, you can't make this up. So Emperor, divine masculine. So he sees himself as a divine masculine. I'm not sure if he is here yet, but he sees himself as the Emperor, as your divine counterpart. He does, which I might just get a couple more cards as well. It's just how he's seeing this. Just a couple more. I just wanted to get two more. They did actually come out in the upright. So these are also, sorry, this came out in the upright and this came out in the reverse. And so the moon's a beautiful card. The moon is all around divine feminine. So it's the divine feminine card. It's the intuition card, which will be how he sees you. But it's also the card around intuition. So it's about trying to find your way through, you know, through the dark times, through, you know, through issues that are going on in your life, and maybe it's not easy to see the way forward, but the moon or your intuition will actually light that way for you. And that's what he's really trying to do, is he's trying to step into his, maybe he's also trying to find the balance between his yin and yang, which means he might be also have been on his own healing journey for quite a while as well. I mean, you are so far ahead in your journey. So I think that maybe, I mean, he's probably not quite as far as you, but he's definitely on this journey with you for sure, which is actually really, it's a really beautiful card. This reading, I think it's actually really, it's surprising me. It's actually a really beautiful reading. And then we've got the Hanged Man, but then the Hangman in reverse. So the Hangman in reverse is he's done the reflection. So just, talking about this, so the Hangman in reverse is, in the upright, you were reflecting, right? You are, what do you want out of relationships? What do you want out of advice? You're taking time out, just really trying to understand, what the next way forward is. In the reverse, though, this is really positive. It means that he understands exactly what he wants. And he, like, I just get this feeling like he thinks that he can offer you what you're after now. Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like he's made a choice here. I do. I think that he's made a choice. I think that he now has that he feels he's got that emotional vulnerability now that he didn't have before, which is, and he's listening to his intuition, which is actually really beautiful. So interesting, I put it straight under those cards, right? So we've got King of Swords trying to think very logically, but then to balance that out, he's then trying to, move into the Moon card. He's trying to listen to his intuition, really the balance between the yin and the yang. And then we've got the two of Swords in the reverse, but then we've got the Hanged Man up, in the reverse. So he's no longer, got that internal battle between not being able to see his way forward. He now knows what he wants. That's really surprised me, actually. I'm really happy. They're beautiful cards that have come through. My gosh, if you think you've got the divine feminine, divine masculine, you think that you've found your internal yin and yang, and potentially so has your divine masculine. Wow, and I think he's coming towards you. I think a decision has been made, which is really, I mean, that's beautiful. I'm going to get some message cards through. I think I'm just being called to get some message cards just to see what happens. It would be really interesting to hear from you as to what's actually happening in this connection. I mean, gosh, it would be, if you're both in a state where you're both able to then be brought back into union again, I think that's really beautiful. All right, I'm just going to ring out that energy again. And I just want to bring through some message cards from your masculine. These also could be angel numbers that you're seeing as well. Couple more. I feel like just, and then that one, and these ones. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's get into this. There are a few here. He's got a lot to say. So, okay. So the first one that we've got is, I hope you'll wait for me. So this is really speaking to, like I said, I think a decision has been made. I think your masculine is coming towards you. So we've got the number 3 as well. You could be seeing a lot of threes around, repeating numbers. If your masculine is about to come through to you, then then you will be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, that are reminding you, of your specific person that you're thinking of. So I'm getting all tongue-tied here. So maybe your person is, if he hasn't made the decision to come through to you, then it's very, very close. Like, it is very close that he's going to reach out to you. But I am getting quite tongue-tied, so maybe he's still a little bit nervous about it. Then we've got the number 6. So you have so many choices and options. I think that this is, as if he's been snooping, which I think we have. And that's been confirmed. So if you know that he's been snooping, he's probably seen something that might have upset him a little bit. If we do open Pandora's box, then then that is what's going to happen. You know, you do find things maybe that don't mean what you think they mean, but you know, our mind can, you know, can really play tricks on us sometimes. So I think that whatever he's seen, he's thinking that you've got so many options. Also, if you're in your divine empress glow, which you clearly are, like you are really going to be exuding confidence and light and love, and like you know, there's going to be this beautiful energy around you. So he probably does think that you've got a lot of options around you. Will you choose me? So this is all around him wanting to reach out. I mean, as to be expected, this will be going through his mind. You know, will you choose him when he reaches out? Do you even see me that way? Well, I think he will be thinking this. This is going to be his blocker at the moment, because if there has been some time between the two of you, if it's been quite a while since the two of you have locked eyes on each other, he will be thinking about this if there's been time. You know, that time card came out, right? So there, it has been some time between the two of you. One cup. There it is again. So this is the Ace of Cups. That is that love offer. He wants to come through with a love offer. He really does. All right, so we've got 10. Wow. So he's got, I want to start a family with you. There's a reason why that Empress card came out for you. And I was talking about pregnancy and, you know, and expecting. The Empress card came out. And look, and then we've got here, I want to start a family with you. That's very interesting that would come out. And then we've got you matter. Well, of course he thinks that. Maybe at one point you did feel like you were an option to this person. I think that they know that, or that you weren't, at least weren't a priority to this person. I think now they are seeing you as a priority. I'm a very jealous person. So this has come out again. This is exactly what I was picking up on, is I think that there was jealousy between the two of you. I think that this was something that you in the past struggled with. Also too, if he has, you know, seen stories with you, he's seeing that you've got so many options, he probably is feeling a little bit jealous. Let's be honest. And 7, I just wish that things were different. Also, I just want to talk about numbers here as well. So we've got 7 7s. You could be seeing 7 7 a lot. We've also got 10 and 3 and 7. So 7 and 3 is 10. So 10 is all about new cycles, closing out old cycles, stepping into brand new energy, right? So it's all about a new cycle. I feel very much like you guys are about to enter into a new cycle together, which is really magic. Oh, so this is the number 9. So I never imagined so much perfection. I do believe that. And here as well, so these are some really magic numbers when it comes to twin flame or divine connection. So you've got the number 69. That is, you could be seeing 69 a lot. It's also around internal yin and yang balance as the number 6 and the number 9. It's a really beautiful number. And you've also got 64. That's also a twin flame number as well. The number 64. So you might even want to look those numbers up if you're not already seeing those, if you're not already aware of those. I think, though, given the amount of time that you've been on your journey and how far along you are, and that you are about to enter into a new cycle, I think that you will be very familiar with these numbers. And then finally, we've got the number 15. I'm obsessed with your body. This comes back to what I was talking about before, is that intimate connection between the two of you. I think this is never far from your masculine's mind, and yours for that matter. I think, like I said, I think that you guys were like puzzle pieces when you met each other, which is really special. All right, my beautiful collective. That was a really lovely reading. I'm quite surprised by that reading, to be honest, which is but in the best possible way. I just think that that's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, if this masculine does come through to you, which it looks like he will be, I think it would be really beautiful to hear how that goes. Really, really lovely. All right, well, look, that does conclude the reading for today. I thank you very much for allowing me to read your energy. Like I said, it was really beautiful. I would also say too that this is a brand new channel. I am brand new to YouTube. And so I would ask that you like and subscribe to this channel, like this reading and subscribe. If you've made it this far, then clearly you've gotten something out of this reading. And by you liking and subscribing, it will obviously it helps me, but more importantly, it allows these messages to get out to those people that really need to hear them. And so, yeah, I would just ask that you support in that way. All right, lovely. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon.